Did you know that Studebaker, an iconic American car brand, once rivaled the likes of Ford and General Motors? Yes, it's true. This legendary automaker, which started its journey in the horse-drawn era, eventually found itself being pulled into the annals of history. But why did such a promising company, with a legacy spanning over a century, meet its untimely end? The story of Studebaker's rise and fall is a tale of ambition, innovation, and ultimately, a failure to adapt. Let's turn back the clock to the mid-19th century, when two brothers, Henry and Clement Studebaker, set up a blacksmith shop in South Bend, Indiana. Their craftsmanship was exceptional, and it wasn't long before Studebaker Brothers Manufacturing Company was born, creating wagons that were the best in the business. As the 20th century rolled around, Studebaker was quick to recognize the potential of the burgeoning automobile industry. They introduced their first car, an electric model, in 1902, and a gasoline-powered version followed just 4 years later. By 1920, Studebaker was the fourth largest automaker in the United States. However, as the Roaring Twenties gave way to the Great Depression, Studebaker found itself in an economic quagmire. The company had expanded too rapidly, taking on a hefty load of debt. The economic downturn took a toll on their sales, and by 1933, Studebaker was forced to declare bankruptcy. Despite this setback, Studebaker managed to bounce back, introducing innovative models and employing aggressive marketing strategies. They even pioneered the concept of planned obsolescence, introducing new models each year to entice consumers. This strategy worked for a while, and by the late 40s, Studebaker was back in the black. However, the 50s brought a new set of challenges. The American car market was changing, and the big three, General Motors, Ford, and Chrysler, were dominating with their bigger, flashier models. Studebaker, with its smaller, more conservative designs, struggled to compete. Despite attempts to modernize, the company was burdened by outdated production facilities and high labor costs. By the early 60s, the writing was on the wall. Studebaker was bleeding money, and in 1963, they made the difficult decision to close their South Bend plant. The last Studebaker rolled off the assembly line in March of 1966, marking the end of an era. So, what can we learn from the story of Studebaker? Well, it's a reminder that even the most successful companies are vulnerable to changing market conditions. Studebaker's failure to adapt, their financial missteps, and their inability to compete with the big three ultimately led to their downfall. In summary, Studebaker's journey from a small blacksmith shop to a major automaker, and then to oblivion, is a poignant tale in the annals of American industry. Their story serves as a reminder of the relentless march of progress, and the harsh reality that even giants can fall.